Hello and welcome to Baller's World. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about which young NBA player could become the next LeBron James. Of course, nobody in today's game is actually truly close to LeBron, as he's either the best player of all time or the second best player of all time. But I think the closest player to the next LeBron would be Scotty Barnes. Now, it's a huge stretch to say this, but Barnes and LeBron actually have a lot of similarities. The main similarity being their strength and their size. They're both about 6'8", 6'9". Barnes weighs about 230 and LeBron 250. I think LeBron was closer to 230 earlier in his career, like Barnes. Barnes uses his size and his aggressiveness to back defenders down and post them up. He has a good post game. He's very, very strong and athletic as well, just like LeBron. He may not be the same run and jump athlete as LeBron. There really isn't anybody else like that also has the same refined passing skills. But Barnes also has great passing skills as he was a point guard in high school. Scotty Barnes averaged an impressive 4.8 assists per game in just his second season in the NBA, despite not being the team's primary playmaker, despite playing behind Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby. All these guys had a much higher usage rate than Scotty, but he still averaged 4.8 assists. He was a point guard in high school, and he still kept a lot of those same skills transitioning into the NBA. His coach, Nick Nurse, his previous coach, Nick Nurse, definitely misused him a lot. He was playing like power forward and center a lot, but he really should have been playing the point forward because that's really his natural position and that's where he thrives. So if the Raptors blow up their team, Barnes could definitely become their primary playmaker. Fred VanVleet recently just declined his 22.8 million dollar player extension, becoming a free agent. Obviously, they're going to try to re-sign him. Will that be the best idea? Probably not, but it looks like it's not going to happen. So Barnes being the primary playmaker would really help them get to that 6-7 assists per game like LeBron. And of course, his scoring would also go way up because Siakam and VanVleet potentially won't be on the team, leaving Barnes and a bunch of other role players and young players and draft picks to build the team's future. So if that happens, I could definitely see Barnes averaging 24 to 26 points a game, about 8 rebounds, and honestly 6 to 7 assists, which is a LeBron James-like stat line. Now, Barnes doesn't get as many steals as LeBron because he's not a super quick player like LeBron, but he gets about the same amount of blocks. He's had some really nice chase down blocks before. He's a great defender like LeBron was early in his career. It would definitely be smart, or at least the Raptors' best option, if they decide to blow up their team and build around Barnes. Last season, they didn't even make the playoffs. They lost in the play-in as the 9 seed. They had a team of Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, Barnes, Gary Trent Jr., Jakob Poeltl, and OG Anunoby. With this core, if you don't make the playoffs, there's no way you're going to get any better. It doesn't matter who you get. Obviously, if you get a Kevin Durant type player, then it might be different. But it doesn't look like the Raptors are going to attract those type of players. So really, their best bet would be to blow up the whole team, trade Siakam, let VanVleet go, get young players, get defensive-minded players, get draft picks. I would say keep guys like Gary Trent and Jakob Poeltl because they're very valuable and they bring different skills to the table, and they don't demand extremely high contracts like Siakam and VanVleet do. But I mean, if you build around Scotty Barnes and blow up the team and go on a rebuild, you can't possibly be too much worse than they are now, or at least not in a worse position. So I think they should go with the rebuild, build around Barnes, see where it takes them, really dial him into that LeBron leadership type role, and I think he could thrive in that role. He also has a lot of similarities to Kawhi Leonard. I know a lot of people would put him in that category of a Paul George, Kawhi Leonard type player, but I really think he has a different set of skills in the fact that he really, really knows how to pass the ball, how to get people open, how to make the right pass and not turn the ball over. So I really think that him averaging 7 to 8 assists like LeBron has for his whole career, I think it's very, very possible. As I mentioned earlier, Barnes doesn't have the run jump ability that LeBron does, but he is actually very athletic and extremely strong, just as LeBron is. In some of these clips, you can see him getting up really high for dunks, just pushing people out of the way for dunks, just playing very aggressive. Maybe not a 10-foot jumper, but he still gets pretty high. He's not super quick, but as you can see in some of these clips, he's dunking through his legs, dunking from far. He definitely is very explosive. All right, that's it for this video. Let me know who you think could be the next LeBron. Let me know if you agree with my analysis of Scottie, if he really does have similarities to LeBron, or if I'm just talking out of nowhere. But please, I would appreciate a subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more video like this to come.